1077 The Bronx, 1077thebronx.com. You're a 2025 National Association of Broadcasters nominee for College Radio Station of the Year. Keep it tuned to The Bronx to find out if our team of student broadcasts will bring this year's trophy to Rider University. Everyone, welcome back to The Bronx. We are back for another week. Not as much like dramatic news, I want to say. Well, in an overall view. Let me just say, like, literally, this little video update dropped like 3 hours ago as I'm talking about it. Ace Attorney got an update. Now, just so you guys know, they're like about 2 years ago. No, sorry, not 2 years ago. Last summer, we got the Ace Attorney Miles Investigations. So those games that were strictly on the DS, I don't think they even sold to the West, finally came to the US on the Switch. So we got Investigations and Miles Edgeworth's second game as well. And we're all hoping for like Ace Attorney 7, something to progress the series. Like, what's next for Ace Attorney? Apparently, it's a quality of life update. So there's a free update coming to the game November 19th. The very first trilogy, the Ace Attorney, Phoenix Investigate. Hold on, I messed up the title for this first game like religiously. I'm typing this title up so I can fact check myself. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. Boom. So the free title update, essentially we're getting a music player in the game. Now, if you play like Apollo's Justice or any game that came after it, you have the ability to go through the soundtrack and play different songs while on the game, which is really cool. And we also have some of the orchestra arrangements that are made for the concert. If you guys know about like the Ace Attorney concert where they perform their music with a live orchestra, all that jazz. We also have an art gallery, so we see concept arts, illustrations, different arts used for the story, stuff like that. Speaking of story, we also got a story mode for Ace Attorney. Now, initially that doesn't make sense because Ace Attorney is basically like a novel-based game, right? Where you solve these puzzles. The whole game is a story. However, essentially, in Miles Edgeworth's Investigations, they had a mode where you could strictly just hit story mode and you don't have to solve any puzzles. It's basically basically be like you watching a show, essentially. Like, you're there for the story, you're not there for the gameplay, anything like that. It basically it takes you along the game for you, which would be cool, especially for like these older games. Like, if you just want a quick review, if you're not trying to watch the anime, it's nice. It's a nice little feature, I will admit. A big update for this, which actually I was going through the Twitter post to see everyone's reactions, was we're getting Portuguese and I know Brazil and Spain. Let me see. Let me look it up because we got two languages, two translations for the game. It was, let's see, Latin American Spanish and Portuguese. And I recently found out like these are languages, or rather translated languages, people have been asking for since the first game came out. So it's nice to know, like, hey, they're seeing, like, sure, it took like 10 years because obviously they're working on more games, but it's nice to know they're giving more quality of life updates to help people get more into these games. Like, I mean, the first trilogy is just a really good entry game. It really is. Like, it's just vibes. It's a very, very intricate story. Each game, when you go to the next sequel, to the very last part of the trilogy, it all matters. All the information gathers. It's truly just one collective story. It's really cool. I recommend you watch the anime too, especially if you're not into like the puzzle solving and the games like that. It's really just nice. You get the story, you get those details, and it's just really cool. It's fun. The voice actors do a really good job, especially in the English dub. I'm a big fan, and the openings are awesome. I played the openings many times. I don't know. Maybe I'm definitely gonna do an Ace Attorney day. Either next week or the week after. Ace Attorney's coming for sure. All right, some other updates before I do some quick music. Black Ops 7 Zombies got like a whole reveal trailer. I think it was either like today or like 2 days ago. So within the past 5 days, right? And the original crew is coming back, like the original Noctis crew with like Dempsey, Rick Toffin. I forget the other two because I watched my YouTube videos in 2021, 2020 to binge. I binge watched all zombie stuff, but I don't remember any of the lore. I just don't. I'm a very casual zombies fan. But what I think is very interesting that they brought the OG crew back because they've done this gimmick where, like in Black Ops 1, where the crew died, right? And we had a new team in Black Ops 2, the transit crew. And then they brought in this new group of people. Basically, like, it's basically the OG crew, but they're younger versions themselves from a different timeline. And then they did the gimmick where they died again and brought a new crew. And then Black Ops 4, they brought them back, and then they all died again. Black Ops 5, they go. And I think Vanguard, they kind of came back, but as cosmetics, and now they're back in the story. I don't know. Black Ops and just Call of Duty games, I feel like it lost the heart of it. You know, Zombies was a very core aspect of Call of Duty because it was different. It had its own story. There was characters. There was secrets to solve and figure it out. Like they don't drop, like Call of Duty themselves, until they did like Cold War. They didn't tell you how to solve the Easter egg. You had to find it. You had to experiment, really dig into the game, look at every nook and cranny, listen to dialogue just to figure out what's the next step to finish the game or finish a little secret story. Like, this isn't like a self-crafted thing. But now, like in later installments, it literally tells you step by step, or the Easter eggs are getting easier. They're not getting as creative. And you can make the argument, well, they kind of struck gold early, but I feel like the energy's not there. It's more for the corporate greed than actual player like satisfaction. I don't know. It doesn't hit the same. Like, I was playing these, like the older games, it's just like, oh, this is what Zombies is all about. And I was playing Cold War, and it was like, Cold War's okay, but it feels so empty. There's not that intimacy of like enjoyment of just playing the story, playing the game, and just seeing this world being crafted as you're fighting for your life, fighting zombies. It's very interesting. Very interesting. All right, last little tidbit before I play some music. The Demon Slayer movie is a complete success. They made, as of last weekend, $536 million in the global box office. Mind you, that's after a week, and it became the most, like, the highest selling anime movie ever. And the second highest selling anime movie ever is Mugen Train, making $527 million. And then after that is Your Name or Your Lie in April, and like a fifth movie I can't remember. But Demon Slayer, man, I think it set the bar. I think this is gonna be a generational anime, and we're getting a live action for Demon Slayer made by Netflix. And seeing the success of the Demon Slayer movie, Netflix has announced that they're increasing the pace of their creation of this new of the live adaptation. And that's gonna, honestly, that adaptation is gonna save lives, because mind you, we're not getting the second Demon Slayer movie until 2027. And then we're not getting the final Demon Slayer movie until 2029. Now, there's a good chance, you know, they make it an anime adaptation, break the movie into episodes, whatever, but we're not going to see the story end until like for the next like 5 years. Saying it out loud is insane. Like, we got like 5 years for this ish to end. Oh, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. I kind of wish they did the episodes, but the movies, I guess, is easier. We get more quality at once. But I like the episode format because, like, you know, it's something to look forward to. There's a build up. I don't know. I'll be talking about Demon Slayer ridiculously. This is becoming my new obsession, my new personality at this rate. But yeah, Demon Slayer is just moving different. I highly recommend, if you haven't seen any Demon Slayer, watch the first episode. If you don't want to see, obviously, the movie's in theaters, you want to commit financially, I'm certain you can find the Mugen Train movie to just get an idea what the world's like. Then you can watch season 1, season 2, and then season 3 and 4 are super short. So technically, season 2 is just a Mugen Train movie. So if you watch the movie, go back to season 1 to figure out, okay, what are these characters about? What's this story? Skip Mugen Train, sure, you watch the movie. Season 3, season 4, boom, you're caught up to see the movie. That kind of deal. I highly recommend it. It's really beginner friendly and quite enjoyable, I must say. Alrighty. All right, team. Let's get into a little bit of music before we go into some announcements. What do I want to start with first? I know I talk about a bunch about Demon Slayer, but our first song of the day is going to be On the Way by Aina the End. This is the season 2 ending of Dawn to Dawn. Once again, we're listening to On the Way by Aina the End on your station, playing the biggest hits and best variety, 1077 The Bronx, 1077thebronx.com.
も病も抱きしめたいここまで暴れちゃってもいいよね怖くて当てうならせシードをついたって守りたい革命途中だって日々に夢中暗闇染み込む世界で見つけたセンチメンタルな恋
That is, oh, I'll never forget when this ending dropped. Like, it was just all over my Twitter feed, and I was like, all right, let me lock in. I was like, oh, I'll wait like 4 or 5 episodes come out. I can go at my own pace. But Dandan, it's one of those animes that kind of just hooks you, you know? You start an episode or two, you get interested, and the snowball just rolls on from there, you know? It's a really cool show. It's a lot going on at once, I'll admit. It kind of hits you out of nowhere. Like, you think it's just goofy anime, and then bam, there's like dark theme here, tragic backstory here. It's honestly crazy. But if you have Netflix, it's only 13 episodes. The second season actually ended last week. I have to catch up myself. I have like 2-3 episodes left, and the ending's crazy. But season 3 should be coming out, I think, next year. They're doing really good pace with this anime. I mean, I'm pretty sure it came out. I think it came out last fall or early this year. I think it came out this early spring, because I remember that's when season 1 ended, and then we got the trailer for season 2, and season 2 came out I think in August or July. Yeah, like August, July. So they're doing really good pacing. So they're expected to be dropping season 3 I think by next summer, which is really cool. This anime just has really good pacing. I really like it, and I highly recommend too. All right, it's time to scare up the votes for 1077 The Bronx Scream Screen, presented by Advanced Auto Parts in Lawrenceville. We're packing 10 years of Scream Screen into one hair-raising night on Friday, October 17th at 6 p.m. in the BLC Visitors Lot. Round 2 of voting has begun. Go to 1077thebronx.com/screamscreen to cast your vote to watch the wicked winning flick on the Bronx 880 square foot silver screen. Voting ends Sunday, September 28th. Don't miss the Bronx annual trunk or treat, the fantastic food court, and ghoulish games. We'll be back with more of the Bronx Weeb after these underwriting announcements on your 2025 IBS Award winner for Best Station Giveaway and Best Morning Show for Wake Up Rider, 1077 The Bronx. Mornings are always better when you tune into 1077 The Bronx IBS Media Award winning Best Morning Show, Wake Up Rider. Weekdays from 8 to 10 a.m., join Owen, RJ, Ellis, Brian, and Sophia for 2 hours of fun and games, including the Monday Morning Hangover, underwritten by Mickens Place, and the all-new Morning Bagel Run and Jewelry Spree, underwritten by Caesar's Bagels and Deli and Peroni's Hidden Treasures in Mercerville. Go to 1077thebronx.com/wakeuprider to listen live and to catch up on past episodes. We're back with more of the Bronx Weeb on the Princeton Review's number 18 ranked best college radio station, 1077 The Bronx, 1077thebronx.com. Welcome back, everybody. If you missed the early start of our show, I just talked about Demon Slayer movie success, currently the highest grossing anime movie ever in the world, making $536 million in the global box office. And actually, its first movie, Mugen Train, being the second highest, making $527 million, which is just awesome. Ace Attorney had a new title update for its first trilogy, where we're getting, I actually missed a couple things. You can also customize the voice and text options of the game. I have no idea what that entails. That's out my realm. I'm not gonna act like I know. Art gallery mode, music player, scene editor. And we also have a chapter select. So now you can actually select, like in the other future games, you can select which part of each game to jump into without having to do the previous ones, even if you didn't beat the episode. So you can just relive the certain case or redo a certain scene, which was not present at all in the first game, which I hated because there's so many different moments I wanted to go back to. But I was like, wait, I didn't make a third save, so I can just relive this moment. I had to replay the entire episode again. It's a lot of quality of life options. Some fans are mad we didn't get the 7th game or like a teaser to like a new Ace Attorney game, a continuation to the series. But I personally think it's a good update, especially since we got additional language support for those who are who speak Portuguese and those who speak Latin American Spanish. It's really cool. And throughout the rest of the show today, we're going to talk about a little discussion. I want to talk about like what makes good anime games, like my opinion, my experience. We'll go from there. I'm also going to talk about Minecraft a bit because I played Minecraft for the first time. I'm going to do actually now because I played Minecraft for the first time like 2 years yesterday, right? I didn't realize how much money or like what additional funding, who lost sleep to like, modernize Minecraft. Like the characters move by default. There's more motion. They're not just, well, I know it's Minecraft blocks, but they're not just blocky characters that just stand still. They had a ukulele in the game. I never felt so heard because that's the first thing I made immediately because I can just serenade my friends while we're getting jumped by zombies. I mean, that's peak of my life. But all the animations are different. There's like different packs. I don't know. It's just so weird. And mind you, I play Minecraft on Bedrock. So this is very weird for me because I'm used to Bedrock just being like the redundant version where it's like, oh, PC has all this, Java has this. Bedrock, oh yeah, we got that last month. Yeah. We're like behind 7 updates, but now it's like really caught up, It's just weird. I didn't think Minecraft could get weird. I'm like, wait, why is there motion? I'm used to just a block, stiff, no real animation. It's just more like just pixels move occasionally, It was such a weird vibe. But before, and that's all I have to say about Minecraft, to be honest. It's just weird. I just think it's just weird. It's not bad. Change is good. It's just a weird change for me. And before I go on my tangent about my opinion on anime games, what makes a good anime game, I really just want to play, I just like in the vibe and play a bunch of music. So we're going to start with Phalium Heights. It's a nice chill vibe. Phalium Heights is made by ZZZ Sound Team. This is one of the, it's actually, if you hover over the game on the PlayStation, this is the song that plays in the background. And I just think it's really cool. Like, it's just like, out there, I was just chilling in my home one day, ready to play some Zenless Zone Zero, and I just heard the music from my PlayStation. I'm like, yo, like, why is this not in the game? Why have I not heard this before? I went through a deep dive. I was just jamming in the middle of my living room. Like, what is this song? I've never heard this from the game before. It's really cool. But once again, we're listening to Phalium Heights by ZZZ Sound Team on your station, playing the biggest hits in variety, 1077 The Bronx, 1077thebronx.com. right, team. Up next, we have Get Higher. This is the ending song for Sonic Cross Worlds. Well, sorry. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. That's coming out, I think, this month or is already out. I honestly I cannot tell you. I can't remember. But this is Get Higher by Creepy Nuts on your station, playing the biggest hits and best variety. 1077 The Bronx, 1077thebronx.com.
20年前頭に描いた理想の自分よりもでかいな改札抜けたら待つ手前や仕方をして数万人とゲッハイ一人前の大人になりたいなあの背中よりまだ小さいな一人じゃ何一つできないやでも数万人とゲッハイ20年前適当に書いた将来の夢は医者とかほざいた部活がそうやからバスケのプレイヤー本当にやりたかったら特殊メーカーあとピリただれた肌の俺は放題的ずっと本音を隠して、でもスクリーンの中のあれ抜き出しであればるほど光ってる、そんな時あってこの音楽いびつなまんまむき出しのままかませ手声がして言葉のメスが切り開いた景色の手に託されたフローがメディシンうちなのモンスターを呼び覚まし俺にべしらせたのさ身の上話ネタにちょうどならんぐらいの貧乏さシルバニアファミリーな一軒家雨漏りの天井くらいは辛抱さ平ら棒でネズミが死んでいた豊かさの意味はもう知っていたうつましく幸せなティーネイジャー人知れずしたためた便箋が溜まってく人生さもう夢ばかなってたラッパーになってた生きがいができただけで生き方だ鉛筆を握った現実を知ってた増えない間も胸だけ張っていた鬱憤を晴らした独身みたいだった無数に傷つけ無数に沸かした夢になってた次元をしなかった小座は潤って心乾いた手に入れて離して身軽になった分でかく羽ばたいてはぐれた仲間の分いつでも帰ってこれるよ輝いてもうこんな年になったいつしか注射は隣になった彼女の名字が俺と同じになったガキのまま親父になった20年前頭に描いた理想の自分よりもでかいな改札抜けたら待つ手前や仕方をして数万人とゲッハイ一人前の大人になりたいなあの背中よりまだ小さいな一人じゃ何一つできないやでも数万人とゲッハイ
You know, if Creepy Nuts just makes music, it's always just good. Creepy Nuts is one of those bands. I mean, shoot, they made that the Mashal ending for season 2, that bling bong bum bling bong bum bling bong bum born. Like ever since then, they've just been killing it. I mean, they think they made an opening for Call of the Dead, something like I think it was called something like that. And now they're making stuff for Sonic. I mean, this is from their album they made 6 months ago, and Sonic was like, hey, so I was like, hey, can you put this in our game? So kind of thing. So it wasn't made for it, but you know, this is a really cool band. I really like them. Now I want to get to my little mini discussion about what makes a good anime game. Now I've often thought about this, like, oh, maybe it's the IP. Like, okay, is a game good because it has Dragon Ball or Naruto on it, or is it the actual fundamentals of the game that makes the game good? Like, okay, let me actually just Google real quick the best-selling anime games. Anime games, because you know anime games come in many forms. We got, of course, the guaranteed one, gacha, RPG. Okay. What's RPG? You're of course for a lot of shonen animes, your fighting game, stuff like that. Now, quick Google search on like the Anime Manga Wiki, the best selling games. Let me see. So the big three that came through first was Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm. That was the fourth Storm game, I think. Let me confirm this. Yep, Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 was the number one best-selling game that came back in 2016 as a fighting game. Xenoverse 2 for Dragon Ball as a fighting game. Dragon Ball FighterZ fighting game. Oh, they put Persona 5 in there? I mean, I guess you could say can you? I mean, an anime was made because the game was made. But I don't think you can really count it as an anime. But I don't know. It's just something I always ponder because, you know, you see a lot of these, like, for example, the Demon Slayer games, we have two of them. That's like Kimetsu no Yaiba Chronicles. It basically is a arena fighter like Naruto Storm 4 or the Naruto Storm series. However, it's not successful. It doesn't have that it doesn't have that love to it that Naruto had. Now, granted, the Naruto Storm games were different because, I mean, you're basically playing through the story, man. Like, when Storm 4 dropped, it had the ending of the anime before the ending was actually finished. That never happens in anime games where the video game creators are showing you the ending of the story before the anime even could. Because I think the anime finished it like a year later after the game released. Like, Storm 4 was just a really crazy game, a success. I mean, the story, the animations, truly just incredible. Like, it's just insane. It's really just insane. But like, you know, Kamen Chronicles didn't sell bad. Like, I'm looking at like the first one, it sold 4 million copies worldwide. So, you know, it's not bad, but it's just like some of these anime games are kind of just like, they don't have heart behind it. Like JJK, right? Jujutsu Kaisen. It was one of the hit animes. Or actually, it is one of the hit animes. Like, we are excited for this next arc. I think they're dropping a movie, which is going to be a couple of the first episodes of season 3. But like, when they dropped Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash, I think the game, or Ultimate Clash, everyone was excited. You get to play as these awesome characters like Gojo, Yuji Itadori, Megumi, Nobara. Like all these amazing characters, you get to play the cursed characters too. Like, you get to play as all these different characters. It's really cool. But then when the game was finally made and it came out, it was horrible. And it's not even like an overstatement. Like, it genuinely was just a bad game. It really was. So it's like IP can't save a bad game. So I guess it's really just how the game's made. Like, okay, One Piece, for example. So One Piece, it does a lot of Dynasty Warrior-like games. Now, those unfamiliar with the term, Dynasty Warriors is actually a game series of itself, and it's basically one big hack and slash. You've seen these all the time, like One Piece Warriors. What is the title? Yeah, One Piece Pirate Warriors. They made multiple sequels of that. They've done them for the Zelda games, like Hyrule Warriors. They did Age of Calamity. It's actually another Dynasty Warriors Zelda game coming out, I think, this November, or December later this year for the Switch too. So, you know, it's an reliable formula. I mean, if you played any of the Gundam games, literally the same, like Gundam 1 or 2 or 3, like those are the prime examples of just, oh, we have amazing IP, cool fights, get some cool combos, throw them in there. You know, Gundam is one of those things. I should do a Gundam day, because I don't know if anyone knows Burning Gundam. I don't know. I have to ask shout out to my Uncle Randolph. I know my Uncle Randolph's into a lot of animes too, so I'm going to have to check it out. That might be another week too. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe over the break or December, I lock in, dust off the old 360, play some Gundam again, get some cool music to show you guys. It'd be cool. But yeah, when it comes to like these games that like they're like derived from an anime, you know, like Dragon Ball FighterZ is one of the best selling fighting games. You know, it's awesome. Like Hunter x Hunter made an anime fighting game that was like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 last summer, and no one played it. I mean, nobody. Like, it was cool, but it played janky. And also, Hunter x Hunter hasn't had an update in anime since like 2014, 15. So it's not even relevant. So you can't just like, oh, look, this amazing IP. And I think the manga is even still going, but even that's on hold. Like, Hunter x Hunter is such a good anime, but it's all up in the air. I think Fairy Tail has a game that's RPG. Seven Deadly Sins had a game, but that series started to get a little wonky because the story was just like, what do you mean? But I don't know. Like, what's like someone made the best argument, like, it was some YouTube video or some conversation I was having with a friend, but like fighting games are like the best genre for anime games. And I kind of hate that because, you know, just so many different varieties. I mean, look at Sonic. Like, Sonic is Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is just like any other regular racing game, obviously with just more recent characters from like Frontiers, even from the comics, right? And Sonic's been making racing games since like 2013. And they did okay. I mean, it's a Sonic game and it's racing, you know, it's going to sell. But this one in particular is like, it's been hitting mainstream. Maybe it's just like this new generation of Sonic. I mean, we had Sonic do a collaboration with DC and make a whole comic off of it, which was just insane. Really just insane. And, you know, Frontiers, these comics, and I think Sega's really taken initiative of like developing the story and really recognizing the fans. So maybe it's just like, maybe it's not even like the game or the IP itself, but rather like the company behind it, you know? It's interesting. It's very interesting. Like Naruto, like obviously like Boruto, they made like another Storm game, which is basically the same. It's basically Storm 4, but just rebranded and very much like expanded more into the Boruto story, stuff like that. But that didn't do crazy well either. So I don't know. Like if they make a Dawn game, what's going to sell best? Will it be sell best as a gacha game? Like JJK is a gacha game. I think it's doing relatively well, but that's because it's gacha. If it's gacha and, you know, it's literally the bare minimum of gameplay, it's, you know, someone's gonna be like, oh, I pulled this character first try. Like, oh, I finally pulled this character. Like those YouTubers are going to make that game have life no matter what, because it's gonna be hype IP, especially for Demon Slayer. Like Kaiju number 8 has a gacha game, and that I was at Anime NYC just last August, and like that gacha game had a big old like advertisement at the con. So no, it's clearly doing well. I don't know. I guess it really just comes down to gacha and fighting, which I hate. You know, I feel like gaming's more than just here's like, oh, you want to play a game? Here's a gacha, so you can go summon for characters. You like this IP? Here's this just generic fighting game. Like One Piece did a Arena Fighter too, but it was good in premise, but it didn't really go far. So I don't know. Some food for thought. You guys are willing to maybe I'll post this on my Instagram. You can follow my Instagram at the Bronc Weeb, at the Bronc Weeb on Instagram, and maybe I'll post this question on my story or just like a post, and you can comment down like, hey, what do you think is like, what makes a good anime game? You know, just some food for thought. Because I don't know. Like I'm a big fan of novel games, like the Ace Attorney series. That's definitely changed my view on gaming for sure. And like, I mean, there's unique ones like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot where it's like a single story. So it's cool. Just something to think about. Follow 1077 The Bronc and wear 1077 The Bronc everywhere you go. Scroll to see what The Bronc is up to behind the scenes on Instagram at 1077 The Bronc, and check out what trends we're following as well as the ones we're creating on TikTok at 1077 The Bronc WRRC. Gear up for fall by shopping the Bronc General Store. From super comfy hoodies to long sleeve tees, crew necks to insulated drinkware for your pumpkin spice latte. Go to 1077thebronc.com/shop the Bronc to make your campus fashion statement. We'll be back with more of the Bronc Weeb after these underwriting announcements on the station that scores 2 2025 IBS Media Awards for Best Morning Show and Best Station Giveaway. 1077 The Bronc. Advanced Auto Parts in Lawrenceville presents 1077 The Bronx Scream Screen. Get ready for 10 times the scares, 10 times the screams, and of course, 10 times the fun. After all, it is Scream Screen 10. It all happens Friday, October 17th at 6 p.m. in the Visitors Lot. Eat at the Fantastic Food Court, stuff your Sky Zone trunk or treat bag with free candy, and more. For more info and to vote in again in round 2 for the movie you want to watch from your car, truck, or SUV, go to 1077thebronc.com/screamscreen. Voting ends this Sunday, September 28th. Welcome back to the Bronc Weeb once again on your 5-time NAB Marconi Radio Award nominee for College Nation. NAB Marconi Radio Award nominee for College Station of the Year, 1077 The Bronc. Welcome back, everybody. This is the tail end of our show, so we're going to go right back into the vibes. We're going to listen to FT by Funkist. This is one of the openings from Fairy Tail, the anime. Once again, we're listening to FT by Funkist on your station, playing the biggest hits and best variety, 1077 The Bronc, 1077thebronc.com.
「
Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Bronx Weave today. Our last song for today is going to be Hunting Souls by Haasi. This is also from Don Don Season 2. We'll be back next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Stay tuned for more of the biggest hits and best variety on your 2025 NAB Marconi Radio Award nominee for College Radio Station of the Year and your 3-time IBS Media Award nominee and winner for Best Radio Station, 107.7 The Bronx. Bye, guys.
Roaming the land.